With us now is Jennifer Redfern. She is founder of South Lyon. Help me out here.
History and ghost tours.
Right.
Yep.
Thank you. All right. So, in unique part of South Lyon,
Yes.
you've done a lot of research into
Yes,
this. You've
absolutely.
written are you an author now?
I am an author now. I actually wrote the book Images of America, South Lyon. It came out in
Right.
2014, and it's just all about the community with actually over 300 pictures. I believe that's how many pictures are in
Awesome.
that book. So,
All right.
yeah.
So, one of the reasons we want to have you on is because we know you have a tour coming up,
Yes.
and we want to talk about that. So, can you give us some insight on that?
I mean, the insight on the tour is the fact that it's a 3-hour tour. It is $10 a person, but however, for $10 you get a 3-hour tour that takes you around downtown to hear the local history of downtown, plus a few little ghost stories mixed in with that. And then of course, yes, absolutely. And then of course we go to the local cemetery and we actually learn about the founders of South Lyon.
Okay.
And then also we do the stories of the spirits there. And then of course after that we actually do a small little mini ghost hunt at the end. So
Okay.
a lot of people do like that. And I do have some equipment that helps out with that too.
You have some
So,
equipment.
mhm,
Okay.
yes.
What kind of equipment?
So with that, I just usually, actually the library is actually a very good place to come for a ghost hunting kit, if you
Okay.
ever like
Oh,
to.
excellent.
And they actually have a geyser meter that reads like magnetic fields and such like that.
Interesting.
And actually electronic magnetic fields, sorry.
Okay.
And then of course, they have a recorder and thermometer and things like that. So we
Wow.
just use that to actually help us. And then of course, people are welcome to bring cameras and
Right.
things like that to take pictures.
Okay.
So,
Very interesting. So, when you go into the cemetery, is it after dark?
now it's starting to get after
Okay.
dark.
Some people
when we
don't like that.
when we first go into the cemetery, it's actually quite calm and it's like starting to become evening. And
Yeah,
it's actually
exactly.
quite
That's a good
nice.
time to go.
Yeah, it's actually a very nice time to go. Last month was our first month where it actually turned dark while we were in there,
Mhm.
and then the ghost hunting part was in complete darkness,
Oh,
which
wow.
it helped with them. Now let me tell you this: that the ghost hunting part is actually optional. I do give everyone an option to stay for the ghost hunting,
Okay.
or to of course go back to their cars. So,
Okay.
in that case,
Gotcha.
yes.
All right. So you get an out.
Yep.
All right.
You do.
So can you give me a story? Is there, something you can share with us? Something?
Yeah. Actually, one of the best stories that I like myself. So there was this one gentleman by the name of Lucian Lovewell, and his family was from New Hudson, Michigan. But in the 1870s, he came to South Lyon, and he was actually an auctioneer in
Okay.
town. And he became very popular, and he was actually the city president in 1872.
Okay.
And he once owned a 13-room mansion on Liberty Street. And sadly, in the 1960s, it did burn down, but however, it was actually donated to the fire department for fire training.
Oh, okay.
So it was for a good cause.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But ever since I was 16, I've of course been researching the cemetery because I've been a part of the Historical Society and etc. And so I would go through the cemetery and I always felt this really odd feeling around Lovell's grave. And then one day I was doing a ghost tour because back in 2008 I did that. And of course, I was next to his grave, and all of a sudden somebody said, "Hey, I think somebody's standing next to you." I'm like, "What?" And I turned around, and when I turned around, somebody took a picture, and there was this free, self-lit orb right next to my head. The next day, this person who said he saw somebody next to me, we went to the Lyon Township Library for research, and they have a scrapbook of the old South Lyon Heralds. And I was turning the page, I flipped through a page, and there was a picture of a man, and the guy said, "That's the man who I saw standing
Wow.
next to you." It was Lucian Lovewell, which was quite amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
that is one of the stories that I
Wow.
do tell.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, on the tour.
That's good. So how often do you do these tours?
I do them once a month, and I pick one week a month, and I do it Friday evening, Saturday, and Sunday evenings.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Somebody goes on this tour, they can learn about South Lyon, they can learn about the different ghost
Yes.
stories around the community as well.
Yes, absolutely.
That's pretty exciting.
I do both because I believe it's such a big part of just any small town is the history
Sure.
of where this small town came from to actually get to where it is now today. And I love the fact that I know all this. I'd love to share it with everyone or anyone who likes to come and, yeah, go on the tour. So that's
All right, well then, let's plug your book again. What's the name
yes,
of it?
it's Images America South Lyon, and you can find it, of course, at your local libraries here in Lyon Township, and then also they have at Barnes and Nobles and on Amazon.com too.
Oh, that's pretty
Yes,
cool.
yes, and of course you can read about the history in the book, but not the ghosts. So you have to
Gotcha.
come on
On
the
the
tour
tour.
for the ghosts.
Excellent.
Yes,
Great.
absolutely.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jennifer. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming on. Anything else you want to add to that?
Yes, absolutely. If you do want to purchase tickets for the tour itself, go to eventbrite.com
Okay.
and go to just search Southline History and Ghost Tours. But then also, if you do not want to purchase a ticket online, you can just come to the tour. Please do message me on Facebook before you do that, just
Sure.
to tell me you're coming, and then you can also purchase your ticket there too. So,
Excellent. Great.
yeah, absolutely.